Hello, I'm Eric Singer. This is Argonne's Public Affairs Science and Technology Past Fusion Cell Flash Briefing.
When I have a new information officer coming into the section, and one of my very first conversations with them is that I want them to have a different focus in mind. I want them to think more like a marketing agent, more like an advertising agent. And the product you're selling is the Phoenix Fire Department and all of what we do in our community. So with that in mind, somebody steps outside of the traditional role of a PIO.
Deputy Fire Chief Frank Salomon with the Phoenix Fire Department. More than 34 years on the job, including 18 as lead public information officer. Frank believes PIOs need to add entrepreneurship to event planning, community education, and risk communication.
We had a program here called Niños Seguros, Seguros que sí. That means safe kids, you bet. That's what the translation is into English. And that was a program, a water safety program that was directed to Spanish-speaking families that we were seeing a rise in children with the Hispanic surname drowning in buckets and toilets and rivers. So we teamed up. We developed a collaboration between a local Hispanic grocery store called Food City and their marketing agency, which was Orvisu Advertising, and the three of us developed a partnership in the sense that the fire department brought the subject matter expert information. So we brought those areas that we were seeing in our community that needed to be discussed and needed to be taught to the community. The grocery store gave us a perfect opportunity to deliver a lot of our messaging. And then, of course, the marketing agency and their expertise in marketing develop news clips, develop posters, develop you name it, commercials, radio ads. And then they were able to sell that. They were able to sell that to advertising companies that wanted to be a part of educating the community. And those individuals paid the advertising company, and with those funds, they were able to buy airtime, quality airtime, not donated airtime at 2 a.m, but this is drive time airtime. This was during the evening shows and newscasts. So that collaboration proved to be an amazing ability for us to be able to reach the groups that we wanted to reach and really deliver our message.
Salomon says shake off the old ways of doing things.
Traditionally, we would say, okay, I'm going to go to my local television station or radio station. Hold off on that and just go to your community. Go to a large department store in your community. Go to some sort of business that in your community holds a lot of clout, holds a lot of credit. Someone in your community that if they were to put out a message, people would listen. It could be either directed to a certain ethnicity. It could be directed to a certain social economic group. It could be directed to your whole community. It's not about who gets the credit. Give them the credit. Show the results in the community and what they can do and how they can change lives in the community, and they will come on board. So show them what's in it for them and how they can impact the community and how they can have their branding along with the first responders. We're not using Phoenix Fire Department, City of Phoenix, citizens' tax dollars to promote another company. They are on board with us, and they're providing either a service, some sort of financial assistance. They're giving us something. So it's a true partnership in order to be with us.
A yearly summer heat safety campaign to keep kids and pets out of hot cars in Phoenix netted big corporate backers, including Ford. Your agency and other organizations take on the primary role as subject matter experts.
The doctor can speak about a child and the temperature rise, and then the Humane Society can speak on behalf of the pets. And Ford was there to say, hey, we're on board with this. And we created these window clings, and there's little pieces of plastic that they go on the front door of all these grocery stores and convenience stores. So if you forget and you accidentally leave your child, or you do it intentionally and you go to the door, it's clearly there. You'll see the little window cling that says, do not leave your children and pets unattended in your vehicle. So with that, I can honestly tell you that our numbers have drastically reduced every year when we do this campaign. This year, and I don't want to jinx us by saying we haven't had any. There's been a couple incidents, but they haven't been in the city of Phoenix.
Frank says, think of setting up a 501c3.
The true essence of having that 501c3 is in order for us to be able to have donated funds and put them to use within the Phoenix Fire Department. Clearly, we do have policies and procedures that we must follow with the city of Phoenix, and we do. With the creation of the Phoenix Fire Foundation, then that is managed completely through a third-party group, and their whole focus exists is to help the Phoenix Fire Department in community education.
While Phoenix FD is a large agency, this same strategy works for a small one, too.
You can have people donate to, and then you create a governing board that helps allocate the funds, and you decide where the funds go. And that way you can help purchase for your local fire department, for your local emergency responders. You could purchase simple stuff like little plastic fire helmets and badges and coloring books and safety tips and information. And if it's a well-funded one, you could even purchase CPR mannequins. I think the sky's the limit. Honestly, I think that every day is a perfect opportunity for us to give our community here in Phoenix and in the Valley a message of safety.
If you'd like to hear previous Alexa Flash briefings, like the Argonne Past Fusion Cell Facebook page and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Past Fusion Cell. You can also check out the Past Fusion Cell's online toolkit for useful templates and information. Go to pastfusion.gss.anl.gov. This is your Flash Briefing.